4 dangerous frozen foods you should never touch, and 4 you must eat daily if you're over 60. What if everything you've been told about frozen foods after 60 is a carefully orchestrated lie? The food industry doesn't want you to discover what happens when aging bodies encounter certain frozen products. 99% of seniors have no idea their freezer is aging them from the inside out, and it is happening every single day. One wrong frozen choice can spike your blood pressure by 40% within hours. Another can slash your muscle strength by 28% in just 3 months. And the number 1 frozen food in this list could raise your risk of heart failure by over 30%. This isn't random. The big food industry engineered it this way. They pump their frozen convenience meals with industrial fats, sodium traps, and hidden sugars. Not to nourish you, but to keep you hooked. You're told it's balanced. You're told it's heart healthy. The reality? It's driving inflammation through your arteries. It's making your ankles swell, your memory fog, your energy crash. And every time you think you're choosing the healthy frozen option, you might be choosing the most dangerous one. In this video, we'll reveal 4 frozen foods you should never touch, and 4 you must eat daily to fight back. And when you hear number 2, you'll never look at your freezer the same way again. Before we begin, 2 quick questions. First, what frozen foods do you currently have in your freezer? Second, have you noticed any digestive changes since turning 60? We're reading and replying to each and every comment with personalized tips and advice. Now let's open that freezer door and start with number 4, because this one could be hurting you before breakfast is even over. Number 4, frozen breakfast pastries. If you are over 60, your morning is the engine that sets the tone for your entire day. But biting into a frozen breakfast pastry, the kind that is filled with fruit jam or creamy centers, is like pouring sugar-thick sludge into that engine before you even start moving. These pastries are built for shelf life, not for human health. They are often made with hydrogenated oils, which are oils that have been chemically altered to stay solid even at room temperature. Once inside your body, these fats harden cell membranes, which makes it harder for nutrients to enter and toxins to leave. The result is slower cell repair, lower energy, and a constant feeling of sluggishness. The sugar content is another hidden blow. Many brands load more than 20 grams of sugar into a single pastry, which is more than the daily safe limit for some seniors. This sugar spikes your blood glucose, which is the measure of sugar in your bloodstream, and forces your pancreas to release a flood of insulin. Over time, these repeated spikes make your cells resistant to insulin, which is a condition that leaves you tired after meals and at risk for type 2 diabetes. The freezing process does not protect you from this damage. In fact, it locks the sugar and fat structure into a stable form, which means your body digests it quickly and gets hit with the full impact all at once. This leads to swelling in your joints, morning stiffness, and even mild headaches before noon, which are all signals that your body is fighting inflammation. A 2021 study found that diets high in processed breakfast pastries increased inflammatory markers in the blood by 27% in adults over 55. That is nearly 1/3 higher than those who avoided them, which means your immune system is working overtime for the wrong reasons. There is a better way to start your morning. If you need something from the freezer, look for whole grain waffles with no added sugar, which are rich in fiber that slows sugar absorption and keeps your energy steady. But those frosted pastries, they belong in the trash, not on your breakfast plate. Number 3, frozen meat pies. A meat pie sounds comforting. Warm, savory filling wrapped in a flaky crust. It reminds many of childhood or home-cooked meals. But the frozen version is far from the real thing your grandmother made. The crust is where the first danger hides. It is usually made with shortening or margarine that is loaded with trans fats, which are fats that are proven to raise bad cholesterol, LDL, and lower good cholesterol, HDL. For seniors, this is a dangerous combination because it speeds up plaque buildup inside arteries, which is a major risk for heart disease. The filling often contains low-quality cuts of meat, which are meat parts ground together with connective tissue and fat. These meats are preserved with sodium nitrite, which is a chemical that prevents spoilage but has been linked to increased cancer risk when consumed regularly. For someone over 60, your body is less efficient at detoxifying these chemicals, which means they stay in your system longer, damaging cells. Then there is the sodium. A single frozen meat pie can have over 1,000 milligrams of sodium, which is nearly half of the daily safe limit for older adults. Excess sodium pulls water into your blood vessels, which raises blood pressure and puts extra strain on your kidneys. This is why some seniors notice swollen fingers or tight rings after a salty meal. It is fluid retention caused by sodium overload. Heating a frozen meat pie also changes its fat structure. As the crust bakes, the fats oxidize, which is a process that makes them more inflammatory. This can trigger flare-ups of gout, arthritis, and even cause fatigue the next day. A 2019 clinical trial showed that adults who replaced just 3 frozen meat-based meals a week with fresh, unprocessed protein had a 22% drop in CRP levels, which is a key marker of inflammation. That means your joints hurt less, your mind feels clearer, and your energy stays steady. Frozen meat pies might look harmless in their little foil tins, but for seniors, they are like a slow-burning fire inside the body. Number 2. Frozen breaded fish fillets. Fish is supposed to be one of the healthiest proteins you can eat after 60. It is light, packed with omega-3 fats, and easy to digest. But once that fish is coated in breadcrumbs, deep-fried in industrial oil, frozen and boxed, it turns into something that your body treats like a slow-acting toxin. The breading is often made from refined white flour, which is flour that has been stripped of fiber, minerals, and vitamins. This type of flour breaks down fast in your stomach, which causes blood sugar to spike in the same way as candy. For seniors, these spikes and crashes leave you feeling shaky, dizzy, or craving more carbs within hours. Then there is the frying oil. Most frozen fish fillets are cooked in soybean or canola oil that is heated to extreme temperatures. When these oils are reused in industrial fryers, they form compounds called aldehydes, which are chemicals that damage cells and inflame blood vessels. For someone over 60, this inflammation can make arthritis flare, make your ankles swell, or even make your blood pressure harder to control. The freezing process locks in not only the fish, but also these damaged oils. Every time you heat them back up in your oven or air fryer, those same aldehydes are reactivated, which means you are breathing them in as vapors and eating them with every bite. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Science found that people over 55 who consumed fried, breaded frozen fish twice a week had a 15% higher rate of arterial stiffness compared to those who ate fresh, unbraided fish. Arterial stiffness is when your blood vessels lose flexibility, which raises your risk of heart attacks and strokes. The saddest part is that many seniors choose these frozen fish fillets thinking they are making a heart-healthy choice. Big Food hides behind the word fish while serving a product that works against your heart. If you love fish, buy plain frozen fillets with no breading, which you can season and bake yourself. That keeps the omega-3 benefits without the inflammation. Number 1. Frozen microwave dinners with creamy sauces. This is the king of hidden danger in the freezer aisle. It is sold as complete, balanced, or chef-inspired. But for seniors, it is a packaged storm of everything your body does not need and nothing it truly craves. The creamy sauce is the first trap. It is made with a blend of cheap vegetable oils, powdered cream, and stabilizers that are designed to survive months in freezing temperatures. Once they enter your body, these fats clog the spaces between your cells, which makes it harder for oxygen to pass through. That is why you might feel heavy, slow, and out of breath after a frozen creamy dinner. The pasta or rice base is another blow. These are usually pre-cooked and flash frozen, which causes the starch to become what scientists call high glycemic. That means your body digests it almost instantly, flooding your blood with glucose. For seniors, this sugar surge can trigger fatigue, blurry vision, or even a sudden afternoon nap you did not plan. Then there is the sodium load, often over 1,200 milligrams in one tray. Sodium in this amount pulls extra fluid into your bloodstream, which raises your blood pressure and strains your heart. If you have ever felt your shoes tighter in the evening or noticed swelling in your calves after one of these dinners, that is your body telling you it is struggling to push that extra fluid out. A 2020 study in clinical nutrition found that older adults who consumed high-sodium frozen-ready meals 4 times a week had a 29% higher rate of hospitalization for heart failure within 5 years. That is nearly 1 in 3 more hospital visits, all linked to something that was supposed to be easy dinner. The saddest part is that these meals are often marketed directly to seniors, with pictures of healthy vegetables and protein on the box, even though the actual vegetable content might be less than 10% of the meal by weight. Big Food counts on you not reading the fine print. If you want a quick freezer meal, make your own batch of cooked grains, lean protein, and vegetables on the weekend, then freeze them in portions. That way, your microwave dinner actually heals your body instead of harming it. So these were the worst 4 frozen foods you can eat after 60. Now let's flip the script and open the door to the frozen foods that can actually help you live stronger, longer, and healthier. Number 4, frozen spinach. Frozen spinach is the quiet hero of the freezer aisle. It is picked at peak freshness and flash frozen within hours, which means it locks in more vitamin C and folate than many fresh bunches that sit for days in a store. For seniors, spinach is a powerhouse because it is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, which are plant compounds that protect your eyes from age-related macular degeneration. This condition is one of the leading causes of vision loss after 60, yet few people realize that food can help slow it. These compounds act like sunglasses inside your eyes, filtering out harmful blue light that damages the retina. Spinach is also loaded with vitamin K, which is a nutrient that helps your body direct calcium into your bones instead of your arteries. That means stronger bones and lower risk of arterial calcification, which is a condition that makes your blood vessels stiff and brittle. If you are struggling with knee pain or have been told your bone density is dropping, adding spinach regularly can make a measurable difference within months. Cooking frozen spinach is simple. You can steam it directly from frozen, stir it into soups, or blend it into smoothies. Unlike fresh spinach, which wilts and spoils quickly, frozen spinach keeps its nutrient value for months, which makes it one of the most reliable ways to get greens into your diet without waste. A 2018 study in food chemistry found that frozen spinach retained up to 90% of its antioxidant activity after 6 months in the freezer. That means the healing compounds are still there, ready to fight the inflammation that causes stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. If there is one green vegetable you should always have in your freezer, spinach is it. It is proof that not all frozen foods are the enemy. Some are your best ally in staying strong after 60. Number 3, frozen salmon fillets. Fresh salmon is wonderful, but for many seniors, it is expensive, spoils quickly, and is not always available. Frozen salmon fillets solve all of these problems without sacrificing the omega-3 fatty acids that make salmon one of the most heart-protective foods on Earth. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, are essential for keeping inflammation under control. Chronic inflammation is the silent engine behind joint pain, heart disease, and even depression in seniors. Salmon delivers these fats directly to your cell membranes, which makes them more flexible and able to communicate better with other cells. This improves everything from heart rhythm to joint mobility. These same omega-3s also protect brain volume. Studies have shown that seniors with higher omega-3 intake have larger hippocampal volume, which is the brain region that controls memory. This means eating salmon regularly can help preserve not only your physical health, but also your mental sharpness. A 2020 trial in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that seniors who consumed salmon twice a week for 6 months reduced their CRP inflammation marker by 16% and improved walking speed by 8%. For someone who struggles with stiffness in the morning or fatigue by midday, that is life-changing. Cooking frozen salmon is simple. You can bake it straight from frozen by covering it with foil to keep it moist, then seasoning it with lemon, herbs, and olive oil. The freezing process locks in its freshness, so you get all the benefits without worrying about waste. For your joints, your heart, and your brain, frozen salmon is one of the most valuable things you can stock in your freezer. Number 2, frozen mixed vegetables. It may sound simple, but frozen mixed vegetables are one of the most complete health packages you can get in a single bag. They are usually a blend of carrots, peas, corn, and green beans, which are each picked at peak ripeness and frozen within hours. This means the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants are preserved far better than in fresh produce that travels for days before reaching your kitchen. For seniors, this mix delivers a balanced combination of nutrients that target multiple systems at once. Carrots bring beta-carotene, which is converted into vitamin A, to protect your vision and strengthen your immune system. Peas supply plant-based protein and B vitamins, which help your body turn food into steady energy without the sugar crashes. Corn adds fiber, which keeps digestion smooth and helps control cholesterol levels. Green beans bring manganese and vitamin K, which keep bones strong and support joint flexibility. Physiologically, eating a variety of vegetables in one meal gives your body a broad spectrum of antioxidants. These compounds work together to neutralize different types of free radicals, which are unstable molecules that damage your cells and speed up aging. By getting multiple types of antioxidants in a single serving, you are protecting your heart, brain, eyes, and skin all at once. A 2019 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who consumed at least 2 cups of mixed vegetables daily had a 21% lower risk of developing physical frailty over a 4-year period. That means they were more likely to walk faster, lift heavier, and recover better from illness compared to those who ate fewer vegetables. Frozen mixed vegetables are also incredibly practical. You can toss them into soups, stir-fries, casseroles, or simply steam them for a side dish. Because they are pre-washed and pre-cut, there is no peeling, chopping, or spoilage, just nutrient-rich food ready in minutes. For seniors who want health and convenience in the same bowl, this is the ultimate frozen staple. Number 1. Frozen bone broth. Bone broth has been around for centuries, but freezing it makes it one of the most potent and convenient healing foods you can keep on hand, especially after 60. When bone broth is made from slow-simmered beef or chicken bones and then frozen, it locks in the collagen, minerals, and amino acids that your body desperately needs for repair. Collagen is the star here. It is the protein that makes up your joints, skin, and connective tissues. After 60, your natural collagen production drops sharply, which is why joints feel stiffer, skin becomes thinner, and recovery from even small injuries takes longer. Frozen bone broth delivers this collagen in a form that your body can easily absorb, which means it can go straight to work repairing worn cartilage and supporting skin elasticity. It is also rich in glycine and proline, which are amino acids that help your body produce more of its own collagen while also calming inflammation. This is why seniors who drink bone broth regularly often notice less swelling in their knees, less morning stiffness, and even better sleep. A 2021 study in Nutrients found that older adults who consumed collagen-rich bone broth for 12 weeks improved joint comfort by 32% and reduced stiffness by nearly 25%. That is a real, measurable difference in daily mobility and comfort. Cooking with frozen bone broth is easy. You can defrost it overnight in the fridge or drop frozen cubes straight into soups, stews, or sauces. Unlike powdered bouillon, which is often loaded with sodium and artificial flavors, frozen bone broth gives you deep flavor and real nourishment with no hidden chemicals. For your joints, your skin, and your overall vitality, frozen bone broth is one of the smartest frozen staples you can keep stocked. So now you know your freezer can be your greatest enemy or your most loyal ally. The wrong choices fill your body with inflammation, spike your blood pressure, and steal your independence piece by piece. But the right choices protect your heart, sharpen your mind, keep your joints moving, and help you feel strong every single day. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these frozen foods surprised you the most today? And will you be making any changes to what's in your freezer? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.